You need sleep, right? Right. And I bet you're looking for ways to maximize comfort and coziness in this brutally cold winter season. I thought so. Well, great. That means this evening's video and sponsor are perfect for you. We've definitely all heard of Helix Sleep by now, but why is that? Maybe it's because Helix takes prize as the most awarded mattress brand, outpacing hundreds of competitors, with their Midnight Luxe mattress receiving the best overall ranking from both Forbes and Wired. Or maybe it's their sleep quiz that ensures you're matched with the perfect mattress for both your body type and your sleep preference. And if it's not those, maybe it's the free shipping and delivery right to your door. Whatever the case, you know them. I love them. I've had my Helix Dusk now for almost 2 years, and as you can tell, it still looks and feels brand new despite tons of use, and even being put through a house move, which the same cannot be said for our old, just simple and plain memory foam mattress. Rip. No, like literally, it ripped, but the Helix didn't. So thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring, and if you would like to join me in the land of super supportive and comfy cozy, head on over to helixsleep.com/musingmira to take advantage of the President's Day sale exclusive partner offer of 27% off site-wide. Now, I'm gonna go take a nap. Just get all of that put back there. Good evening. How may I be of assistance? Ring shopping. Well, you've come to the right counter. Are you shopping for yourself or for someone special? Both. I like your style. Do you by chance know your someone special's ring size? You do, lovely. And how about yours? You don't. Not to worry, not to worry. What fingers are you hoping to get rings for on yourself? Okay. So, index, middle, and ring. You're interested in all of those? Alright. Well, if you don't mind, we can start there for you at least. Which hand? Or is it both? Okay, go ahead and hold out that hand. Yep, just like that. A little closer to me. Thank you. Okay. I think not quite that small. These are more for the pinky. I do love a good pinky ring. But what kind of ring are you looking for? More of a statement piece. Yeah, pinky rings are not quite, not really the ones you want for a statement. It tends to catch on things and feels a little cumbersome as you move about your day-to-day life. Okay, so I think for your ring finger, we'll try this size. And let me know if at any point this gets uncomfortable. We wouldn't want that. Okay, how does that feel? It looks like a good fit, but if you're worried about looseness on the bottom as opposed to going over the knuckle, if you're willing to kind of push it on a little harder, we could go down a size. Okay, let's try the smaller size. Actually, you know what? We can try the half size here. much better, so it's a bit more snug, but I think you'll find that as your rings kind of adjust and mold to you, that won't be a problem anymore. It takes some time, but okay, so just make sure that's your ring finger, and then we'll do your index finger next, because I'm guessing it's only going to be maybe a size to a size and a half larger, whereas your middle finger might be a bit bigger depending. Alright, here we are. Alright, so let's try this one on you. Okay. Maybe a half size larger on that one. Okay, try this one. Yeah, that one looks a little too loose. What do you think? Feels too loose. The index finger is tricky because it'll also be interacting kind of on the outside of day to day with objects, so you want to make sure it's a good fit. I'd say you're probably in between the size and a half, which is not a problem. We can get quarter sizes custom ordered, but definitely in between the size and a half, I think, for best comfort there. What do you think? Okay, good. We will put you down for that, and then middle finger here. Okay, I think knowing about the quarter size, here we are. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so your middle finger, that one is dead on the size instead of a half or a quarter. Okay. Set that back down here, and feel free to jot those down in your phone should you wish. I know those are very easy to forget. It's also nice to have it so that should a loved one want to perhaps purchase you a ring, then they could maybe sneak into your phone and find the size themselves. Okay, so you said you were looking for statement rings for your loved one. Also statement? Okay. Is this an engagement ring by chance? No. Okay. I don't mean to pry, but is there any chance that they could be expecting for it to be an engagement ring? Okay, I will take your word for that. I always just like to make sure communication is established beforehand, because I would hate to potentially be part of the reason that an evening out where you pass a ring box over the table and someone was expecting an engagement ring and then it's not, doesn't get extremely awkward. But I'll trust your judgment on that, so no engagement ring, and gold or silver as preferences. Okay, so primarily gold, but a little bit of silver for the someone special. Okay. Well, you can see what we've got here. Is there anything that's catching your eye in particular? That one. Okay, yes. So this one is unlike the others in that it does not have any stones in it to speak of. Let me get my little pointer brush here for us. Just makes it a little bit easier. Alright. So you can see this absolutely beautiful kind of wrinkle detailing around it. Good brush there. It almost makes it look like folded cloth. And it is to be worn typically as an index and you'll find it catches the light in such a stunning way without being too encumbersome like stones might be. I know some people really don't prefer having stones on every finger because they can catch so much. So if you're looking for a statement piece that's, say, different from a standard engagement ring, or even just, some other kind of stone or diamond or whatever have you, gem, this is a really good option for that. And again, it just kind of looks like either melted cloth or melted gold even, and it fits so well. I do believe this is a size 6, which is similar enough to your index if you would like to try. Alright, here we are. Just give that a brush now that I've worn it. Okay, and then, yep, just right on there. How does that feel? You like it? Good. That is one of my favorite statement pieces as far as, again, the no stoneware pieces. You're going to find a lot of gems. If that's what you're aiming for, that's probably going to be your best bet. But let's take that back now. We can order it in all different kinds of gold. This one can be custom ordered in the different carat types as well. I wouldn't recommend going extremely high on the gold rating there, just because there is so much surface area. You do want it to be a more durable gold, okay? Yeah, so you're probably going to want to stick to the 14 carat to 16, 18 kind of range. I really wouldn't go any higher. Okay, and then as far as the other ones go, we have a range of gems, stones, and the prices vary with that. Now, for anything you see here, we can either get the true gems, or we can get dupes put in if you're looking for a little bit more of costume. And then with all of them too, you can custom order different metal types, alright? Okay. So moving aside from there, let's look at the polar opposite of the spectrum. Now this one is a little comically large, I have to admit, but I do just love the way that it catches the light. It has this beautiful, I don't know if you can see that there, gemstone detailing around the side as well, so that if that wasn't quite enough to your taste to catch, it will catch along the side as well there. And we do have a ring guard on this one, because a lot of times when we are showcasing the rings, we do put them on ourselves so that the customer can see it, and it's a little too big for my fingers, so in order for me to properly showcase it, it does have to have that guard on. But rest assured, this plastic swirly thing will not come with the ring unless you want it to. So again, just very, very large stone in this one. All of our diamonds are either lab grown or they are going to be ethically sourced. We do not like to, we want to make sure our diamonds are clean, if you understand what I'm saying. Yes. Alright, so let me get this behemoth off. I will note it does have a very, very large profile. So if you are worried about catching on, say, your hair or clothing, or even just being able to hold hands with someone, maybe not the ring for you. But if you're looking for something that can be spotted across a room, this one's your best bet. So, a little too big. I completely understand. It's not for everyone, which is why I like to start with that one. Okay, so we liked the statement ring without the stones. We did not like the very massive flashy one. How do you feel about color stones? Rubies, garnets, emeralds, sapphires. Okay, then let's see. Do you have a preference on the gem shape or? Okay, you're open. I love it. So I've got here, if that one was too big, then this one, we have this lovely little silver number. And this just has a very, very small pale blue stone in it. And it's very simple. The profile is nice and low, and the prongs are not pointed out too much. I believe this is a middle finger, yes. So it really doesn't catch on anything, and it's just enough to catch a little bit of interest on the hand, but not enough to distract from any other pieces. It's a very good stacking piece if you're wanting to do a stacking piece. I personally don't own a lot of silver, so there's not a lot of silver at this counter. I apologize. But absolutely beautiful little one. If a little one is what you're going for. Okay, would you like to try this one on? Or is this more of an interest for someone special? The someone special. Alright. And what size? Okay, perfect. They could absolutely fit into this one. I will set this aside over here for now. Any of the rings that you show an interest in, I will set aside and we'll get them cleaned up for you before you go, okay? Okay, and again, some of them can be custom ordered, but if it's something that you want to take with you today, that can also happen. No, it's not really an issue of, well, we can custom order something, but if you're wanting a gift for the next few days, say, you could take a piece home with a deposit down and then come back in and pick up the custom ordered piece once it's finished for you. So it might not be exactly to the taste when you first gift it, but at least your someone special knows that it's in process. You know, it has its pros and cons. Some people think that having it custom ordered and not quite done yet is a little tacky. You should have thought about it more. But others think it's very sweet. Because a lot of times what happens is if you're custom ordering something, the lead time is quite large. But also, many of my customers will customize something and then confirm with their someone special that that's truly what they want, especially for jewelry, which is something that's so personal. I know it's a little bit of a taboo subject among jewelry purchasing. Anyway, I digress. I also have this lovely, lovely sapphire ring for you to look at here. And this one has a halo all the way around it. There are a lot of prongs involved in this halo, so again, if you're worried about catching, maybe not the piece for you, but I just think it's an absolutely darling piece. Again, the effect of the blue sapphire surrounded by the white sapphires in this one, really, it's just not something you see every single day. I think more often than not, for a piece like this with an oval stone, you don't see the mismatched. I think it's quite eye-catching. So again, definitely a statement. but still quite classic in its shape and type. What do you think? Okay, absolutely. You can try this one on. Get this off of me so we can try this one on you. Here. Oh, that looks gorgeous on you. It really does. There's the way it catches the light. It elongates your fingers so nicely too. Interested in that one as well? Okay. I'll set it aside for cleaning. Alright, what else do we have here? I do have this piece here. And this is a gold, white sapphire, and red garnet piece. This is more of a stacking ring in both size and style. This is meant to go underneath. Let's see. This isn't going to be a good pairing, but you might get the idea. This is very patriotic pairing, but it's meant to slide underneath of another ring, kind of like that, and even this ring isn't a good pairing because of the halo that it already has. But the idea is that maybe you have a simple stone that sits atop it, kind of like that, something like that anyway. I don't have the properly sized diamond for this, I apologize, but a lot of people will do these for anniversary rings or special occasion rings, birthdays, and we do offer these customizable for the stones themselves. These red garnets can be swapped out for any other kind of birthstone, so a lot of people will do them for someone significant in their life, kind of as a token of their affection or love. Not looking to stack with this one, completely understand. Let me put this one back over here. Okay, and then we do have the smaller one. If you are looking for, again, a more simple band, I know you're interested in the simple style for someone special. So this one is just a very simple gold banded ring with some leafing detail right on the sides here. I don't know if you can see that. And then again, it has just a nice little red garnet. Very small, because this is not meant to be a statement. This is meant to pair with others. Just on an index finger like that. It's very delicate, very dainty. Something a little more subtle, perhaps. Okay, so interested, but would want to personalize it. Alright, yes, I'll put that here. And we can go over an order form later, too. Alright, was there anything else at the counter that you're wanting to look at here? You want to look at that one? I certainly can. I will just let you know the lead time on this one's a little bit long. Okay. This one is probably the most ostentatious, or I don't know. It stands out the most on my counter at the moment. Between the marquee diamond shape, there's a lot of swirling details underneath on the band, the diamonds inlaid in the band itself, and then there are several miniature marquee diamonds in there too, surrounded of course by the entire halo, quite similar to the other halos. Not something that you want to wear you're worried about it catching. But, I mean, just the way it glimmers and shimmers. It's nice because it isn't quite as large as this one, but it still catches the light in just as flashy of a way because of all the smaller diamonds within it. Of course, you can try it on. Okay. I know. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You might be interested in that one for your someone special. Well, aren't they lucky? Alright, I will set this over here. And again, we'll get that cleaned up and then we can get you to the ordering section. We do have a few smaller and less impressive pieces. This one's quite unique in that it's meant to be either a piece that you stack all together on one finger like this, or you can stack it across all three fingers like this. So kind of unique. It does feel a little bit like brass knuckles when you've got it on. So to each their own there. Not quite what you're looking for. I totally understand. See if I can get this off without. There we are. Okay. And then this one. Okay. This one is an antique piece. So you've got the little diamonds inlaid, much more simple band, a nice circle diamond there. What I like about this one is that it's not trying to be anything it isn't. It's stately, it's regal in its own way. You could see this on, your next door neighbor or a duchess, and it would fit in either way. On either hand, and you wouldn't really question it. I do love pieces that you're able to have kind of bridge gaps like that, yes. And you'll see on all of these, they do have stamped on the inside the gold time, so this one's 14. Again, very good for a ring that you intend to wear frequently, as I wouldn't want it to be any softer. Otherwise, it might not stand up to the wear and tear of day-to-day life. You wouldn't want it to get scuffed and scratched too easily. No. Of course, you may try it on, yes. I think this one will fit your ring finger. Alright, there you are. Oh, isn't it just darling on you? Yes, it looks incredible. Interested in that one as well? Okay, I will. I'll put this over here. Alright. You think that'll do it for today? I should say so. You've picked out some gorgeous pieces here. Let me get my station all cleared down for you, and then I will go ahead and give these a good scrub, and we'll get you over to ordering. Are these all pieces that you are hoping to take with you today, or pieces that you're hoping to have customized? A little of both. Okay, so this one you want to take with you. Okay, and I do believe, what finger were you hoping to have this one on? Okay, and what was the size for that one? Okay, that should work. Good. And this one. Okay, so So if you're hoping for this one to be on the middle finger for someone special, we will need to get this resized. We can do that at our location, though. I think it just needs to be upsized a little bit, which we have a special tool we can do that with, no worries. And then this one was for you. Okay, and it fit you perfectly. Was that the finger you wanted? Okay, good, good. Alright, and then this one, were you hoping, so you want to customize this. Okay, what do you want to customize? Oh, of course, yes. I think that'd be a beautiful stone in that. Birthstone. Alright, yes, of course, we can get that over there. Okay, well, as I was saying, let me get this all cleared down. And then I've got this kind of liquid jewelry bath that I'll show you here. And we'll get everything cleaned up and get you on your way, okay? Alright, well, it was absolutely lovely working with you today, and I'll get you over here